Hi, and welcome to another one of my Snappy Chats. This is actually the last one for 2023, so I'm super excited that I have one of my favorite people in the world joining me today, and it's the wonderful Diane Dawson. So we'll talk a little bit more about Diane shortly, but first of all, I'm Christine Bell. I'm a customer strategist, but we're not talking about me today. We're talking about business, because what I have found being in my own business for 8 years is it can become a really lonely ride, especially if you're a one-man band, a two-man band. It gets really lonely sometimes. And the truth is we can all learn from each other because we tend to go through the same challenges, regardless of what type of business we are in, we tend to have the same challenges. So we can learn and grow together. And this is why I started the Snappy Chats at the beginning of 2023 in January, actually. The wonderful Sia actually said to me, "You got to go live." I said, "What should I do?" He said, "I don't know." And I thought about it. And one day I just had this epiphany that I should do the 15-minute Snappy Chats. And here we are. And I've been doing them every week for a year now, almost. And it's amazing. And I love them. And I'm super excited to have you here. So Diane is a wonderful person that I've met, I think was it back in May, maybe March? No, I don't know. It was back in April or May, I think, that we met over LinkedIn, I think it was as well. So that's wonderful. LinkedIn is a fantastic place to meet wonderful people in business. And basically, Diane has just created a new offer, and it's all about your personal image. So she helps you create a holistic image and for yourself. And this is really exciting. So please tell us a little bit more about yourself, Diane.
Well, let me talk about holistic image first and let you know what it is. Holistic image incorporates meditation with your color analysis, your personal color analysis, body image training, could train you to take a look at your body objectively without judgment. And your personal style and fit and how all those things come together to have you present the best you. And that's the name of my new company.
And I love the name, The Best You. And this is fantastic because I think, especially myself as well, when it comes to our personal image and showing up to networking events, etc., it's really key to our branding, isn't it? In terms of
It
being
is.
able to, showcase who we are at our best, yeah? Which is come
Yep.
back to your name as well. So I love what you do in terms of having a holistic perspective, because for me, what I've learned in business at least is that it's not enough that I just have an idea and I can do the practical part of my business. I actually had to really get to know myself and to heal some aspects of myself, which is the holistic part, which is really coming back to my inner confidence and then bringing that to the forth as well. And I think that's a really key part of what you do as well, isn't it, in terms of being a holistic image consultant,
It
personal image
is.
consultant?
And that's a really good segue into my 8-year journey to get to where I am now. I mean, I had to actually learn about spirituality 8 years ago in order to get here. And what I mean by that is I was afraid and I didn't think I was very attractive and I didn't want people to see me, and I'm a master at hiding, and I had to really meditate a lot and learn how to meditate so that I could unleash my inner voice that's kind and gentle and can lead me into what my true purpose was. Um, I had a huge career in cybersecurity as an analyst, and I retired from it. And after that, I wanted to do something that I wanted to do that I thought could help people. So here we are, and it's taken 8 years, and the progression has been fantastic. It's been quite a ride, and luckily, I've had the support of my husband and a lot of well-meaning friends who, along the way, allowed me to experiment on them. Christine's one of them. She's, doing a test for me right now.
And I love that. And I so appreciate you and the journey you've been on, because I think, and I'm just going to say hello to Randy. Thank you for showing up, Randy. We appreciate you. I think I really resonate with your journey because it takes time. And I was actually in the same boat when I started my business. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do, what that would look like. Obviously, I had certain talents that I kept working with because I still enjoyed what I've been doing in my career. But turning it into an offer for small business owners wasn't as easy as you think, because when I've been working with big corporates, they can afford big projects. But for small business owners, I had to really rethink that. And it's taken quite a while. Actually, I met Itziar like 6 years ago, and I was doing networking in Sydney, yeah. And he got me to do start a meetup group and to do talks, etc. And I would do all those things, but I didn't have an offer. I was just doing it and working out what on earth can I offer that's aligned with me, and also what is relevant to others. And the other part you just touched on was this whole spiritual part. I wasn't looking for spirituality, but it found me, along with the personal development. And yeah, it's such a key part. I think a lot of businesses, I see that as well on LinkedIn. A lot of them takes up quite a while, where they're changing their offer quite a bit before they get to it. So I think your journey and your challenge is more common than not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really has been. I'm the type that, I used to think, pray to God, but row the boat. So, it's knowing when to stop rowing and let the current take you to where you're supposed to go. That's the hard part.
Yeah, it's a really hard part to take ourselves out of it, because I think we tend to, as human beings, we want to control
Exactly.
and navigate the whole journey. And we think we need to know every step. Yeah. But in reality, as long as we have the vision, then like you said, stop rowing the boat and let the universe help you along the way.
Exactly.
What is the way towards your vision?
Yeah, early on when I had, I want to say failures, but not really failures, epiphanies. Learning moments, the good one. That's a good one. I used to get so depressed over it, like, what's wrong with me? And there's nothing wrong with me. It's just I was going down the wrong path, and I was like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And luckily, the universe always gives me an obstacle that I can't get over, get around, control, and then I have to sit back and go, all right, what's the message here?
Yeah. And I think it's a big learning, that one. I just want to say hello to Randy, and thank you for wishing me a happy birthday for last week. Georgina, thank you for being here. And I can also see that some people are struggling to get into comments, but hopefully they're listening anyway. So back to what we're talking about. I totally hear what you're saying. I have been exactly on the same journey, and it takes time. For me, one of the key things is to not judge ourselves and not beat ourselves up about it, and to change that inner critic. Which I believe with you also do. That's part of your offer, actually, because you offer meditation as well. And you have taught me meditation, which I love too.
Yeah, meditation, it unleashes your, I don't know if you want to call it inner child, but at least your inner voice that's kind and gentle, and it's wisdom. It really is wisdom. Your inner voice can combine all of your learning and all of your heart angst, and just what is the thing that you always wanted to do, but you say, nah, I can't do that. That's for somebody else. That I can't. That's the thing you ought to be doing. And I denied that for a long, long time. So stayed in my analytical world, and it was just easier. I didn't have to really show up. But now I'm showing up, and through the years, I realized that I actually like being, I guess, on stage, or showing up. I like showing up. I didn't used to.
And isn't that interesting? Because I was the same. I also actually, when I was a kid, wanted to be on stage, but for a long time I've been hiding out. And it comes back to, whatever experiences we have, what we think about ourselves, our limiting beliefs. And then in the last year too, I decided to show up on LinkedIn, and here we are doing Snappy chats, and you're with me. So we're both showing up. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's part of the journey. I was like other people when I started out. I just said, well, I'll put a website up, and people will come, and they will, buy my stuff and want to learn from me. And oh, wait a minute. It really doesn't work that way.
No, they have to be able to find you. So we need exposure so people can actually see us. And then we need, which is the big part, which you help with, because in terms of your offer being a holistic personal image consultant, it's all about our brand, especially if we are
Yeah.
the intellectual property. We are here to build a brand, and that means showing up.
It does. And, as a personal image consultant, I'm my own advertisement. So, I need to show up in the best way I can. And I really appreciate you, Christine, for allowing me to do that here today.
You're more than welcome. I love having you on. We've known each other for a while now and
Yeah.
become really good friends and work together
Yep.
both ways, which is wonderful. And this is what we
Yep.
can create on LinkedIn, magic. So just before we finish up, we have a few more minutes. What is the key advice you'd like to give to others? And I just want to give a shout out to Sharif. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I think I didn't pronounce that correctly, but you know who you are. Appreciate you, and Joanna as well. Thank you.
I guess the advice that I would give would be, take some time to figure out what your heart's desire is. That really is the key. What's your heart's desire? What's the thing that you're scared to death to do? But it always comes up when you think about, what you really want. And that's your heart's desire. And sometimes you need to meditate to find that. I mean, that's a question you can ask when you're meditating is, what is my heart's desire? What your heart's desire ends up being your purpose.
Yeah.
So once you have your purpose, you set the fire, and the fire really starts to burn pretty quickly. I mean, when I decided to be a personal image consultant, I wrote a project plan in 2 hours.
Wow.
For the whole
From
thing.
the heart.
So, I mean, I'm not telling you that's going to happen to you, but when you finally find that heart's desire, and I have to tell you that Christine is super at what she does. She helped me tremendously. So, I think, maybe you found your heart's desire there, Christine, because you are really, really good at what you do.
Exactly right. And it took me a little while too. The first offer I came up with went nowhere because it wasn't my heart desire.
Yep.
It was the brain trying to figure out how can I make money. It was very much based in fear. And this is the key thing you're just saying is the things that scares us the most, but still we really, really keep coming back to. So there's something in it that we really, really appreciate or want or desire, but we're scared. It's often when we're really scared too, that but the heart is calling for it, that we should step into it, versus the other fear I just talked about, which is I just need to make money. So let's figure out something that I can sell quickly and easily.
Exactly.
Didn't work. I had to change it around and really come back to what do my target market or people I want to work with really need, and how does it align with what I really am and what I decide and what I enjoy.
And that's how you helped me, because I really was faltering in that, trying to figure that out. And you helped me tremendously there. So, once I knew my heart desire, I knew what I wanted to do. But target market, that was like, what the hell is that?
And it's not so much as, obviously we need customers. So this is why we do need to think about who can we best help, because there are people out there that need our services. We just need to figure out who they are and how we align, and just make that alignment between us and them. And this is when it becomes a lot easier. I'm not saying it's easy to build a business, by the way.
No.
No means is it. But it definitely makes it easier when we understand who we're servicing, what they need, and how that plays into our superpowers and our stardust and what makes us, our heart sing.
Yes. And this is finally it. I mean, I can't tell you how many different businesses I've started. 4, I think. But
you're not alone.
and finally came to this, and it was because I stopped hiding.
And I love that. And that's a beautiful place to end. Stop hiding. I think this is the greatest message we can give to everyone at the end of 2023. Let's start 24 by stop hiding and let us shine. Let us show up and be the best we can be, whilst we're still connected to our heart, because that is the key to showing up and aligning with others and attracting other people in. We need to be in our own heart space first and foremost. And let's see what that attracts in, because it's most likely people that resonate with it rather than people who don't. So I love that so much. Thank you so much for being here. Before we finish up, how can people reach you and connect with you and have conversations with you?
Oh, well, I'm on LinkedIn, Diane Dawson.
And I'll
I
put the
live in Las
LinkedIn.
Vegas, so if you look up Diane Dawson, Las Vegas, Nevada, one of those profiles will show up and it'll be me. And
Yay.
the other thing is I still have a meditation website, and it's Calmitate, CALMITATE.com. And there's a contact page there. If you want to contact me, you can certainly send me a note through there, or you can send me a note through LinkedIn.
Wonderful. And I'll make sure I also put your website in the comments as well when we finish just now. So I really appreciate that. And you're highly recommended both for your meditation, and your meditations are amazing. They're available on your website. Highly recommend them. Hardly cost anything. I've done them. You taught me, and it's just brilliant. And also for your new business, I love what you're doing, being a holistic personal image consultant. And I wish you all the success in the world. So let's make 2024 the best year for all of us. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how we're going to finish it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you everyone for listening in. I really appreciate it. We're going to finish now when I can find where to stop it. So see you all, and thank you so much, and see you in 2024. We will be back with Snappy Chat, I think mid-January. So take care, everyone.